Hey everybody, it's Anthony here on EduPower Tools, and I'm here to give you a little bit of a walkthrough on a great tool called Pear Deck. Pear Deck is a tool that kind of lives, it does two main things that I see as being really valuable for the classroom. One is it lives as an add-on in Google Slides and allows you to easily import content into Google Slides as well as create some engaging activities to use with the kids. Right within Google Slides. Super easy to use. And then the other thing it does is this thing called Flashcard Factory, which is a great tool to engage kids in creating flashcards to help with vocabulary and things like that. So for right now, today, in this video, we're going to talk about Pear Deck in Google Slides itself, and I'm just going to kind of take you through a couple of the activities that it has built right into it. Pear Deck is freemium, so it is there's free tools available, and most of the free tools are great. There's really not really a reason why you'd want to kind of bump up into premium, especially right away. It's $149 a year, so it's definitely a little pricey. If it's something that you really use a lot and you really love, then it might be something to look into. But for now, I would just recommend sticking with the free tools. So if you visit peardeck.com, you'll be prompted to create an account and to get a subscription and everything. So I created my account and everything, and I am logged into Pear Deck. This is what it looks like here. And I've already connected my drive. What I'll need to do is you just need to accept whatever it is that they're asking you to do. So basically they need to connect to your Google account, they need to connect to your Google Drive, they need to connect to your Google Slides and be able to kind of edit them and whatnot. And you'll see why in a second. It makes sense. But that's what we're going to do today. So what I've done is, like I said, I have already connected Drive. So you see here that I have some different presentations down here where it just kind of automatically loaded in some of my presentations that I have in here. And what I did was I created a sample slide presentation. And just to show you what it looks like here in Google Slides, this is what it looks like. Not like that. Yes, like that. Let's go back to that again. All right, here we go. So here I have Google Slides, and I have just imported some stuff from Pear Deck. And there's a template library where you can explore all the pre-made materials that are in there. And they have it divided up by basically where you are in your lesson, as well as some topics too. So beginning of lesson, during lesson, end of lesson, and then down a little bit further is critical thinking, social emotional learning, and then various subject areas and whatnot too. I just stuck with kind of some basic stuff here. So for instance, with this slide here, what it's doing is doing some bell ringer stuff, some do now stuff, where you're giving some basic instructions to the kids to get seated, take out the device, and just reflect on what's your takeaway from the homework from last night. And then the next slide is going to be starting a mind map by drawing or typing anywhere. So we're going to start a mind map on a central idea. So say the homework was about reading, Beowulf. It's pretty heavy, but we'll go there. Beowulf. Okay. And so we can start a mind map there. So basically, what are some central ideas, central characters, things like that. So we kind of take that as it is. And then say they've been working really hard, it's time for a stretch break. Okay, it'll take 5 minutes to stretch, and then you're going to follow instructions on the slide there. And then the fourth one is consider different viewpoints. So maybe different people felt different ways about reading Beowulf and the different things that came up and the different characters involved and whatnot. It's been a long time since I read Beowulf. I don't know why that popped into my head, but I don't remember too much. I think there was a Grendel or something in there. I remember being, Norwegian. That's all I remember about Beowulf. But anyway, consider different viewpoints here. So this is, getting into some critical thinking skills, talking about your own point of view and what another point of view might be, so that we're trying to think about how other people are thinking. And then the fifth one, this was from the social emotional learning topic here, active listening. Explain your perspective to your partner, then listen while they repeat back what you said. Did they repeat you accurately? Rate their first try and try again if they did not accurately hear you the first time. So why do we do this, and what is this doing? So basically, you've created this slide presentation to kind of help guide the students through parts of the lesson. And so what you're going to do once you have that all set up is you're going to go up here to present lesson. And that's going to open up a new window. So we're going to click on present lesson. It's going to open up a new tab. And what it's doing is it's loading up what you're going to display up on your projector, on your screen. And it's going to give the students a website and a code to be able to log in. And what they're going to do is they're going to be able to respond to the things that you're posting on there. And what it's doing is it's collecting all of their individual responses into a database for you. So all the kids get loaded up into the class, and then you get the information as to what they typed and how they responded on their computer. Okay, so I am going to kind of shrink this just a tad so that we can see both things here. So here you see I have my iPad displaying on the screen. So I'm going to pretend that I am a student in the class. So I have my iPad, and I have my browser up, and I'm going to go to this website here, joinpd.com, and I'm going to enter in this code. So here I go, joinpd.com, and I'm going to enter in the code. And the code, they do a nice job making sure that it's pretty clear what the letters are. It gives you the letters, and then it gives you the words underneath. Okay, and as you see, I entered in a capital letter. It doesn't matter, caps or lowercase. All right, first question that I ask you here is, while you're waiting for things to get started, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling great, thank you so much. All right, and so that just gives a little bit of feedback to the teacher, like if you're having a rough day, if kids are having a rough day or whatever, you kind of get a little bit of a heads up there. All right, so the first thing that appears on my iPad is the bell ringer. As I come in and get settled, follow these instructions. Find your seat, take out your classroom device. What was the main takeaway from the homework? Oh man, Beowulf. Heavy stuff. Interesting story. Liked it. Okay, so that's my response there. Okay, and now I've already started here, but you see this stuff on the board. So now say all the kids are loaded in, everybody's ready to go. As the teacher, I'm going to start the class. Okay, and it's going to display on the screen what the first slide is there. So we're collecting the responses, and as you see down underneath here, we've got what's happening here. So you see that I've already responded. One of one students has responded. Okay, I can choose to show the responses up on the screen. Okay, and then I can hide them away. And when we're done, when it was okay, got a minute left, type in your last responses. When you're done, you can lock the screens. And now I can't edit my responses anymore. We can show the responses again if we want to do that or whatever. Lock the screens. We're done with that for now. All right, so we're going to move on to the next screen. Next screen is start a mind map by drawing or typing anywhere. So now as students, we can all kind of draw on this slide here. So here's my map here, stuff here. You can change things. You can type in text and change colors and things like that. So you can assign each student a different color. You can do all sorts of different things with that. Okay, so that would be your mind map there. So say I'm done with that. You see that I've got one response. So this material here is what I have created. This is just showing the blank when they're on the screen. Each student is going to have their own drawing here, their own response. So then we can show the different responses. So there's one response, we only have one student in the class, so that's the only one that we're showing. Again, we can lock the screens. So, okay, you're done. That's what your response is. Good job. Move on to the next thing. Okay, stretch break. We're going to take 5 minutes to stretch. All right, and we kind of just go from there. Now notice that there's this notes button here, and I didn't talk about this in the other screens, but there is a notes button that kind of tells you, gives you an ideas of what to do. Okay, so as a teacher, if you're not sure what you wanted to do with this, you can add it in notes to make sure that you follow the plan. All right, next one, consider different viewpoints. Same thing. So this is another drawing thing. So my point of view, I'm going to write in words. I'm just going to make it be a face for now. And I'm going to make this one be a face too. Put some hair. Okay. So you can draw text. You can do all sorts of stuff there. And that one. And again, it's all the individual students' responses, and you can display them up on the screen. And then the last thing is active listening. Now, active listening is kind of cool because what you're going to do here is the student is going to drag around these dots to indicate where they are. So you explain your perspective to the partner, listen while they repeat back till they repeat you accurately. If they didn't repeat you accurately the first time, say you give them a 2, you slide that over to the 2. And then rate their first try, and then try again if they didn't accurately hear you. So then say they did a little bit better next time, and then by the third try, they got it right on the money. They understood what I was talking about. So that's what you can do there. And then again, you can show those responses. So, oh, hey, Anthony's partner didn't really get it at first, and then they tried again, and it got better and better. So it took a couple of tries, but good job, you figured it out. And then that's that. So that's what you can do as far as some interactive stuff. You can always save this material and you can refer back to it. So say this was English period 1. We're going to save and end the session. And I could have put the date there too, but I'm sure the date appears there also. Your teacher's ended the session, so now you get a little feedback on how did this lesson go? Did we do a good job? Did they understand what was going on? Did they like how it was going? Sure. Give that little feedback and you're all set there. All right, so I'm going to close out my iPad here because we're done with that for now. Okay, so we are back at the Pear Deck dashboard here where we see all the different presentations that are available. And so this presentation is the one that we just used, the Pear Deck sample. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that. And it's going to show me the different sessions and where I used that. So we just did English period 1. So when I click on English period 1, you're going to be brought up with a menu. It's going to ask you if you want to open the projector or open the dashboard. Dashboard is a premium feature, so you're not going to open up the dashboard because you won't see anything in there. But if you open up the projector, that's where you can get the information as to what the data that the students inputted is. So once you've opened the projector, you see you can see the different responses. So we have show responses here, and again, you can see what the students drew. Okay, there's different views of that too. So we can do the overlaid layout, which is this, and then we can do a grid. So if you had multiple students, you could see them all here. And if you wanted to do a list, you could scroll through them like that. All right. So that's basically what you can do in Pear Deck. It's just kind of, like I said, another tool to kind of engage the students right during the classroom, and it is able to live right on top of Google Slides there. I'm going to do the next video. It's going to show you about Flashcard Factory, which is a great study tool that the kids will enjoy using as well. All right, if you have any questions about that or are interested in learning more about Pear Deck, let me know. Happy to help anytime. Have a great day. Thanks.